you know, I'm going to talk before today for a second. You know, I want to be honest. I do like him, and I like his music. And I'm talking pre before today, so everybody calm down. You know, I'm not a jump ship guy. You know, so give me a second. So I just, you know, I think I don't know if I met him. I want to say I don't remember how it worked. Oh, you, was it HR and Tat? Yeah. And Will had been showing me for a second on YouTube, and it was in a small stage.
Correct.
And I remember sometimes you guys telling me, no, you know, it's probably not ready yet.
Right.
And then I think Will showed it to me one week, and I decided to listen to it. What was the song called again? Gummo. And I got to be honest, New York, I said, wow, this really sounds like Onyx. And I think maybe I did appreciate, because what does he say in the beginning?
Blicky got the stiffy or something like that.
The way it sounds in the front reminds me of take 'em up, bring 'em up. It just reminds me of Onyx. And is he from Queens or Brooklyn?
I think he's from Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn.
He's not from Bed-Stuy, but shout to 3.
What part is he from then? So I know what's going on.
He's from Bushwick.
Bushwick. All right. Is that like Buckshot and Bushwick, Brooklyn? Is that boot camp area? I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
kind of,
boot
sort
camp
of
was mixed all over a little bit.
Okay.
I think Buckshot was from Bushwick. And
okay.
And Tech and Steel are from Bed-Stuy.
Shout to them. Shout to Drew Ha. Yeah. DJ Evil D. Okay, so I want to remember this right. I think we spoke. I don't know if I needed to clean. There was something. I spoke to Tekashi, and I don't even think I knew him as Tekashi. He was 6ix9ine. Something had happened.
I think y'all spoke after you played it, though.
After I played it or before? No, we spoke before, because I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't think we had the song. I think he either, I don't know if he had it.
We got the song from online. We found the song.
Okay.
We cleaned it.
We cleaned it. All right. And then we buzzed this guy.
Yeah.
I might have DM'd him.
Yes,
he DM'd me back.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then
and he had a manager then.
He had a manager. That's right. What was that young man?
Chris, I believe.
He had a manager. Okay. So then Tekashi had sent the song, and he was very genuine, New York. He said, you know, I would love to come up there and see you one day. And, you know, he said, he alluded to, I'm not the type of rapper that you have up. I think he was talking about the freestyles.
Right.
And then he said, and I think he had posted the song playing.
Yes.
And he was genuinely happy. He didn't have the colored hair yet. And he was very humble. And I gotta be honest, I miss that kid. Because there's nothing I like more in New York is talking to an artist when his thing first starts to hit. And he grows. His popularity grows, his jewelry, his car. You know, in the music business, New York, I want to tell you something. The music business is filled with nasty people. It's filled with people you can't trust. And people, you see, nowadays people think it's cool to finesse you.
Yeah.
And sometimes me being who I am, it takes them a second to realize I can't be finessed. You can't text me a couple times and stir up conversation, and then in your fourth text ask me for something. I'm not that dumb, and I'm not insecure of my position and my power and my confidence and how I roll and what I'm able to do. And I'm going to tell you something, New York, Jersey, Connecticut, I've turned down a lot of situations because of certain people. I'm like, you know, I don't want to work with him, and I'm cool. And if it's $1 million less I make, no problem, because I know if I get up at 9 a.m. every day. Well, let's not lie. 11 a.m. 11 a.m. I'm gonna
But you go to bed late.
I go to bed late, but I'm gonna get something done, and I'm gonna enjoy myself, and I'm gonna be on my own time. And so I love that new artist energy. So I feed off of it, New York. I want to be honest. Young M.A. Oh yeah, I remember Young M.A. I played it in a club and I posted the video. And Young M.A. came to another club I was at that night. She wasn't performing at, and she came. It was what club? It was Angels. And I thought somebody said Young M.A.'s at the door. I said cool. And then she said, God bless you. New York, that God bless you meant so much to me. It just did, because it was genuine.
Real.
And I found Tekashi to be genuine, and I like his music. I still like his music. I don't want to say I don't. I mean, I want to be honest with you, man. This guy makes it hard. So, in moving forward, you know, I saw the things about Jim Jones and Cardi B. And New York, Jersey, Connecticut, I can only speak from what I see. And, you know, the word gang member and gang affiliate is being thrown around and being used loosely so much. You know, first of all, once upon a time, the gang word became cool. And being a member became cool. And somewhere along the line in the music, those conversations happen. Or mentioning. Let's go with mentioning. You know? And I listened to Tekashi, and that's not true what he said. You know, Jim Jones might be, he knows people. I haven't spoken to Jim too. You know, gang members to me, and I hope people can correct me, you know, you in the street when your back's against that wall and you got to do anything to survive, and sometimes right or wrong or whatever it might be. People presenting you music, that's not their lifestyle. You know, I heard of what was said on the tape. And if there's conversation, it's whatever. Like, you know, how do we go from a conversation with somebody to Jim Jones as a gang member? Is, you know, I don't get that part. Cardi B is a gang member just because of who she knows or may know. I never heard of Jim Jones or Cardi B robbing, slinging guns back against the wall. And I'm saying that's what gang members do. I'm just saying, you know, I hope some people aren't too far removed from the street to understand that, you know, when you see people getting in trouble or going to jail or different situations or making money off the street, a lot of people, that's what the choices they have. I'm not saying it's right, but somewhere along the line in their experience in life, they felt this is the avenue I need to go. Whether it's a broken home, whether it's some things that happened, maybe you moved out of a city. I'm not condoning it. I'm just telling you what it is. Right? So let's have an understanding of when we throw around the gang word, because just for a reminder for you parents out there that allow your little 6 and 7-year-old to wear that bandana and think it's cool, you know, maybe you should just, you know, take your kids aside and have a little better discussion with them. I'm talking about 2019, 2020. Why don't you do that? And why don't you have an understanding of it? Because a lot of parents that let their kids wear that don't really have an understanding of what that means. So we're going to fast forward to Tekashi. So, you know, I'm not sure. First of all, Tekashi, if you can hear me, 6ix9ine, you should fire your lawyer, your criminal lawyer. Anyone advising you on how this is moving is horrible, because I'm starting with him, but I'm also going to start to the people who I've only met Shottie a few times. I've always gotten good energy from him. I don't think I know there's people that I don't know that are also on trial, and I haven't. If I may have met Mel, but maybe not in a long time. I've seen him in a long time, so I'm not sure. And I know there's other people involved, and and I hope people don't take what I'm going to say the wrong way, but what's Tekashi's government name?
Daniel.
Daniel is the one on that stand now.
Yeah.
That's not Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's Daniel.
A.K.A. Danny Brasco.
Is that his real name? No, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's what Shotty said.
We called him what?
Danny Brasco.
He didn't have to bring that up.
I did.
So,
Sorry, I did.
Daniel is his real name.
Yes, Daniel Hernandez.
And Daniel Hernandez.
Yeah.
So, Tekashi's not on that stage. That's Daniel Hernandez. And he's obviously not built for this. And anyone that let that young man, because I saw the same young man that everyone else saw when he had a manager early in the stage. I saw a good kid that tried his music a couple ways and it didn't work, and he's trying it a different way. And when I met him, he wasn't affiliated with no one. I saw a good kid. And now Daniel, who's on trial, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever brought him into the camp, whoever brought him in, which I don't know, who's none of my, it's not really my business, brought him into the camp and let him see anything. You guys are 50% responsible for what's going on right now. Because Daniel was never built for this. Never. I mean, look, I thought maybe he changed overnight or whatever it is. But, so, I know a lot of people are surprised, upset.
Yeah.
It's way too much detail for me. It's detail that I'm like, I don't even understand why.
Whose socks was being worn in November 2017?
And bruh, your lawyers are selling you down such a bad path, my brother, because if that's Daniel, I don't think he gets it.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows the path, because they are no longer asking him about what him and he was involved with. They're busy having him confirm, trying to hearsay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, who's advising this guy? Like, who's letting him, and listen, New York, I want to please go on the record. Hey, guys, if there's anybody doing crime out there and you involve me, my name's Aston Taylor. If you involve me with the crime and I see what's going on, I'm going to testify. So don't involve me in nothing. Don't let me see nothing. Take me home. Take me home.
Drop you off?
Drop me off. Drop me off. I'm not going to tell you, hey, fellas, drop me off. I don't want to see. I am not built for that. I am not. If I see the jail bars, I'm going to start screaming.
You're a civilian.
If I even seen the little Barney Rubble cell, the little cell that they have on Andy Griffith for Barney Rubble, the little joint, I'm going to start screaming and telling.
The drunk tank?
Yes, I don't want to do that. Don't make me tell. So, and I said that means if you know, like, this kid's not built for this. Yeah. So, I'm not built. A lot of people aren't. So I don't know what it is like. I want to be honest, and I hope I'm not. I already said Tekashi's criminal lawyers, trash. You are trash. I know you got 3 of them. The way, like,
I think they got the lawyers.
You're working with them. You ain't helping that boy. You are working with them. Number one, right? So I'm so confused on why is this like 3 days he's up there?
This is the second day so far, I believe. Or the second day that made noise. It's the third day? Oh, third day that he was dropping big names. Yesterday he dropped Trippie Red.
I didn't understand that. I mean,
Casanova.
I didn't understand Casanova's name. I mean, you can have disagreements with people. Like, everybody knows, like, you know, now, artists, now, let's make this a lesson. A lot of artists who are not gang members and not gang affiliated, really. Listen, if you became gang affiliated after you became successful, you're not gang affiliated and you're not a gang member. Everyone would like to be next to you, and there's credibility, yes, involved in that. And guess what, man? You know, I'm going to be totally honest. You know, people from the street, they're your best supporters.
Yeah.
They believe in you. They like the music. They don't want to rap like you. They want to be part of a great movement of music.
And they want to do their part.
So I understand how it gets to this. But what we have learned today from Daniel,
Brasco.
stop, is that what we've learned is, I'm going to keep it 1,000. That gang, blood, crip talk on them records, man, you know, they want to make an example of this. They are backtracking and they want to make an example, and I don't know who they is, but there's obviously a they with their hand in Daniel's back that y'all let him see, that y'all should not have or never let that boy see, because he's obvious. When I saw him first time, like you guys saw him first time, because we all saw him early before the world saw him, he was not built for this. And he shouldn't be. So, I'm, you know, I didn't like that part of seeing Jim Jones, Cardi B art. I'm like, what did they have to do with all of this? Yeah. Let's not, you know, and, you know something? Some of, what's a good word for pop music? Or those type, what are those? Top 40?
Yeah.
All you top 40 people, top 40 cheerleaders, you know, that cheer on like the Cardi B's and the Casanovas and everything else, that are so against it, you know, this whole, and are so quick to want to prove gang affiliation. You take your kids to go see it. And you give them that card to buy it on iTunes. And you let your top 40 kids wear them bandanas and rep the culture. I'm sure a lot of those prosecutors / whoever they are in those district attorneys, their kids are all over that. But I guess a lot of people want to make a name for themselves.
Cloud chasing.
You know, I've been trying to figure out what it is that's happening. I'm sure we're going to learn more as days go on. I like him. I want to be honest. He's hard to like. You know, I like the young man that existed before he was tainted. I like that guy. I like a lot of artists. I love a guy that can get a shot. I think it's great that rappers can get a shot and live, and you know, I think that's great. You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Do we call this snitching? I don't know what it is. What is it? Is it? I mean,
it's almost super snitching.
Yo,
become a super snitch.
Yo, who's the white guy in the courtroom breaking all this down?
In the inner city.
Yo,
press.
He
press.
is living on the gram.
He's getting it everywhere.
Listen. When there's a complete tape out of whatever it is, of your testimony, what's the word that the millennials like to use today? Weird? This is weird.
It's a weird flex.
It's a weird flex.
That's what they say. It's what they say.
So, song we're gonna play now? 1-800-223-9797 if you want to discuss it with me. And they should have never brought this kid around. He's not built for it. They should have never ever brought this kid around. And you know, there has to be regrets. There has to be. He wasn't facing 45 years.
Well, he's not.
Tekashi, they lied to you, and your lawyers let them lie to you. What type of law? Like who says nah? Mention that. Yeah, say that too. And look, maybe I'm judging him wrong. Maybe that's what he wants to do. I don't know. I mean, I think at that age, he's probably, I know he has parents. I'm sure that, lawyers have heavy influence on what's going on, But
I think they got the lawyer that got 21 Savage out of ICE. So they thought he was maybe
invincible?
A good litigator.
I mean,
different situation, though.
I never seen nothing like this before in my life. I didn't know when Cardi B and Jim Jones became gang members. I was like, he was saying they're bloods?
Yeah.
Rappers, man, slow down on screaming that energy on them records, man, especially when it ain't true.
Makes you a target.
Yeah, it's but, that energy has been in the game for a little while. So, on that note, let's, what are we going to play?
We got
we
this.
We can't play Tekashi now. No, we can't play that. No, we got to give him just a second, a break. We got to get, 2020. No, I'm joking, man. Wish everybody involved the best, man. They hope they get through it the best way they can. Let's go.